David Day, Vicksburg Daily News, here with Stephanie Cunningham and Alderwoman Vickie Bailey.
Hey,
How are you,
Victoria.
Alderwoman?
Doing good.
Doing good, great. Thank you for meeting with us. We saw you at the Chamber of Commerce luncheon. We set up the meeting. You agreed to it just immediately, and it's very nice to have that level of acceptance and transparency with the community. And thank you for speaking to us and the public.
Thank you for the.
And I know you're nervous. You don't like these kind of things, and this is not something that's comfortable for you. And I appreciate you enduring this. So you've been in office about 8 months now. What's the state of the city?
One thing I can say, we are moving progressively forward. They're not moving as fast as I would like. When we first got in, the whole idea was to actually come in, do an assessment, and as of 8 months now, we're still in the midst of doing assessments. But at the same time, we're seeing some things that we need to go ahead and change. We've given it time. We've given suggestions. We put our vision and our wants to the division heads, and for whatever reason, some of those things are still not happening. So at this particular point in time, I got some recommendations that I would like to send to the board and let us sit down and talk about it and see if we can move progressively forward with some slight changes. Once again, changes that most people don't want to make. Once again, I'm skill set and result driven, and those things have not happened in the past 8 months thus far.
I know your first day or first week, you told me a story that you went and pulled the work orders and went looking for the trucks, and the trucks were not at the work site.
A lot of that. Even by riding around, I'm getting inundated. I'm being inundated by phone calls. Residents, hey, there's a city truck sitting out here. Hey, you got a whole bunch of guys just sitting. But at the same time, now when you're seeing a whole bunch of guys at a work site, those are safety issues. We have to have men on board, and only one person can be doing something at a time. So the team is there to work. But when you see a city vehicle on the backside of a road or behind a building just sitting there over a period of time, be our eyes and ears. We can't be everywhere, but we have an opportunity to make sure that we're doing a day's work, and that's what we're paying individuals for. But we do have some individuals that work for the city that we need to address. And we can't do that without you. So citizens in the city of Vicksburg, if you see something, say something. Be our eyes and ears. We can't be everywhere, but we're willing to make sure that we're doing our part.
Had somebody said they tried to contact you and you didn't call them back.
That can't be true. That's not true. I have, at all times, if you see me, I'm going to have one or two. I'm going to have my personal cell phone, and I have the city cell phone. I definitely return phone calls. I may not know the number, but I do return phone calls and emails. So that's total fabrication.
So as the alderperson for Ward 2, you have very specific duties that you oversee, but also as it comes to operating the city, you have the same authority to change things as the mayor or the other alderman. The mayor has executive power, the legal signature type thing. What do you see this alderwoman going after in the near future?
Once again, results and accountability, which is what I'm not seeing. Yes, we have an organization chart. The organization chart, simply what it is gives autonomy, not autonomy, but we're working together as a team. I can't do this, you can't do this, but we split it up in things that we're capable of doing. And nevertheless, it's a governing board. No matter what one alderman or the mayor says, it has to have 2 votes. So I'm over Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation, the airport, animal control, and a little bit of public works. I have right-of-way and landscaping. Those fall under me as well. So I'm not per se, like a better word, I'm over those departments, but the alderman and the mayor has some input in it as well. I take the lead on some things, but it's at the end of the day, I have to have 2 votes to do anything. So it's still board action. So I'm not, as some people will say, I've been called to say that she's not my boss. The board is your boss, and your job is your boss. So we're here to get things done. We're here to make sure we're all accountable. And most importantly, we want our residents' requests to become completed results. And that's not happening across the board. And that's what I want to see. So I'm not anybody's boss, but I have oversight to see that things in my ward are being done, and right now they're not quite being done as fast as I like. And some people are right now. The mindset is that I've hired a field coordinator. The field coordinator is basically helping me. When I first came in, I'm riding on the morning side. I ride on the evening side, and I make work orders. But the thing with this one is my field coordinator. He has the skill set to to operate any piece of equipment. He has CDL. So CDL, he can drive any piece of the equipment. He has the wherewithal. And so when I go out and make a work order, or he makes a work order now, and he's able to actually go get a piece of equipment and make it happen. He's a concrete finisher. He can drive front end loader. He can drive dump trucks. He can drive the equipment. So I don't have to wait on the team. So he can go out there, get a piece of equipment, get a couple guys, and go get it done. That's what I want to see results. I'm not taking over, but things are not moving as fast as I would like. And right now, I'm just looking at the time that he's been here since the 4th of this month, and the work orders that he's completed, the camaraderie he's been able to inundate. It's mind-boggling that he's able to do this. I mean, within 1 week, we went out to the Hamilton Heights, and I don't know if anybody saw the video, but the video was illegal dumping, and he was able to go in with and they did the entire Hamilton Heights subdivision with tree removal and debris. So that's what I want to see more of. So I'm looking for accountability and results.
And tree removal and debris. The ice storm came through, and that was a major event.
Major event, and we're still being inundated with it. First and foremost, having to renegotiate a contract with waste management for storm debris. Man, the price that they're giving us is like, I'm like, say what? It behooves us to go ahead and get this grapple truck, if I'm saying it right. We have some individuals that can actually say that we can get it done within a week or so. And with the grapple truck, through contracting out, they're staying 6 months. I'm like, no. And the price that they're charging us, I'm like, nothing against waste management, but oh no, we got to go ahead and get this grapple truck in, and we got the wherewithal to get it done, and we can get it done within 2 weeks. Because right now, we're having city crews. It's my understanding we have right away as well as street department working to try to get these things done. But at this time, I went and pulled a ticket report from Waste Management, and I'm like, this states from March the 1st through March the 13th, and I'm looking at what we've been pulling, and I'm looking at the dump fees that we're accumulating. I don't understand with the truckloads, why are we taking 0.3 tons, 0.3 tons, 0.2, 0.1? Why? It's like accountability. Show me the accountability when a truck that's out here in the midst of the community. Why are we taking these, going down there making a dump with 0.2 or 0.18, 0.8, 0.3? It's like, why am I turning in a ticket with this amount of trash on this kind of vehicle? So I'm looking for accountability, and that's what we're not having. We gotta. I'm saying this not to say this. We have a good group of young men that work, but we need more accountability, and we need the wherewithal, in my opinion, to get things done, and it's not being done. So.
And if I'm understanding correctly, we're talking about these waste management trucks that are doing storm debris removal.
No, not waste management. These are our team.
These are our team.
This is what our city crews are out doing. Waste management, they're gonna charge us by the ton, and where they are. But we got our city crews out here helping out with the garbage pickup. But once again, it's accountability. I don't understand why would we go down there with 0.3, 0.2, 0.1 tickets, and it's like, I need some supervision and accountability, and I'm not getting it. So like I said, at this particular point in time, I'm not over public works, but we need to do more. More can be done. So at this point, we're looking at making some changes.
Alderwoman, can you comment on what our citizens have as options if they have larger items? And we're trying to stop dumping. It's a blight on the city if people just throw their larger items out. What are our options right now for citizens?
The options are, once again, if you got it, all you gotta do is take it out, put it in front of your house. You put it in front of your house, neatly stacked, and what most people think that just because I put it out there, waste management is gonna pick. That's not it. So you have to put it out, and then you call the action line 601. You know it by heart.
636-3411.
That's it. And so once again, you call them, and then that's when your ticket is put into the flow, and then they will schedule a pickup. But if you just put it out there, waste management may see it, but they're not going to pick it up. They're not going to pick it up until you generate that ticket through the action line. And once you do that, it's in rotation to be picked up. So work orders. So just putting it out there does not start the process.
And that storm was historic in a lot of ways and caused a lot of damage statewide. We've largely recovered now, and we're now able to get to the landscaping issues and maybe some striping on the roads and things like that. How's that looking going forward?
That's looking good as well. Right now, we actually have somebody over traffic, so the striping is one issue that from the conception of coming into the city of Vicksburg, that was an issue. I can't see the roads. I can't see. So we are in touch with MDOT Chief Commissioner Simmons, and he's going to actually come in, and we're going to actually do a walkthrough of the city, a drive-through through the city, and just voice some of our concerns, and he can see hand on. But I will say, prior to this, Commissioner Simmons has been very instrumental in seeing some of the things. I mentioned to him about the on Indiana Avenue. I was like, man, it has a whole lot of rocks and debris on it. And he said, I was like, can we set our city crews? Because I was told that we could not. And in the midst of that, he said, let me check that out. And I'll say within the next 30 minutes, he had someone here and it was gone. Wow. So having for lack of a better word, just the matter of reaching out and being able to talk to Commissioner Simmons, and he's been a whole lot of he's done a whole lot for the city of Vicksburg, and some more things that we're looking into with the corridors, the trees, and he sent some crews through. If prior to this, when I first came on, they were actually cutting some of the rotten trees, but I would love to be able to cut some of them back, because right now, if you ever seen it during when the grass cut season is beginning to happen, it's ugly. It's overgrown. We got a lot of brush in it, and then the drainage system. If you look at it, we got trees growing in it, and I'm like, can we do something about that? And so he's willing to come over here and look at it and take some of our concerns and see what they can do.
I know when you got to office, that area in particular, landscaping and just the beautification of the city, they've been neglected for some time.
Yes, that's why I gave up. Initially what was on the Ward 2 side was ITV and youth development. Youth development is my heart, but my passion is to see the city of Vicksburg clean. So I switched out with Alderman TJ Mayfield and gave him youth development, and I picked up landscaping and right away, because those are the things that hit my heart, and I'm like, oh, we got to do something better. So that's what my heart is. I cut grass, my things to myself, so I want to see a standard. I want to see things pruned and aesthetically pleasing for the citizen, for us as well as people coming through. Just like I've always told people, when I'm traveling, if it looks shabby, I'll go on to the next city, and I believe that's what's happening to the city of Vicksburg. We are a diamond in the rough, and slowly but surely we're beginning to shine. So with that being said, we're having a citywide cleanup, and I'm asking, oh my goodness, take part in the change that you want to see. So we're asking businesses, we're asking the resident churches, civic organizations, and individuals. It's amazing. We got some individuals that said, I got a lawnmower, I got a weed eater. I'll come out, let me know what we need to do. So with Vicksburg Beautiful, Main Street, what's the other one?
There's a lot of great people in our community that work together.
Yes, and so we're just trying to push it. I just hate that we didn't have enough time to actually put it out, but I think we do have enough time. We got enough citizens that have been talking a lot and want to see a change. So the grass is about to grow, spring is upon us, and so we want to get out and do our part to actually get ahead. I don't want to be backlogged like we were coming into the city of Vicksburg. We came in and grass was this high, and we didn't have the wherewithal. We didn't have the people. So right now, I don't want to call them out by name, but we have a couple of businessmen that are going to let us utilize their equipment and their crews to come in and help us get ahead of this. So you'll help city crews out, as well as a couple of businessmen they want to see the city grow and be beautiful. So I'm grateful to them to want to get out. I want to say the banks. I want to say David Blackett. He said that he's getting all the banks to participate. So it's almost like it's a competition, but it's not a competition. It's like we're taking pride in our city, and we're proud of it, and we want to see it. So they're taking part in the change that we all want to see.
Why do you think the mood has changed so much? Why do you think people are willing to get involved in their city all of a sudden?
Why? Because they see change, they see improvement, they got a heart. Once again, it's a new day and time in Vicksburg. You got a new administration, so let's see what this board is going to do. And so this board is willing. We want you. There are no big eyes, no little U's. We're all in this thing together. So they see the teamwork that's happening, and they want to be a part of it. So I welcome them and I thank them.
All right, let's switch gears. Finances. How's the city?
I didn't realize that we were where we are, because I would ask the mayor, I need this, I need to be able to do this, but we don't have the funding right now. But we're putting things in place. With that being said, I will say that we got a lot of fluff. We got individuals that we're overlapping things, and we can we can scale back if we too many. In other words, you got a lot of fluff at the top, but you got only a few people that are actually working. So I believe in all hands on deck. I'm looking at working supervisors. I'm looking at it as a team effort. I came from working at Ameristar, so I've been working, and I love the idea that managers work. We hands on. We don't just dictate things. We are part of the solution. So if the workers can do it, I can do it as well. So that's my mentality, but that's not the culture around here. I found that out. It's like, nah, we delegate. Yeah, we delegate, but we also we're boots on the ground as well. So with that being said, there's some things we can cut back on, and with economic development that's coming, we will be able to pay our workers a decent salary. But I don't believe in just dishing out a salary. I'm looking at skill sets. So you knew what you were making before when you actually took this job. So just give me a raise based on that. Now, that's one thing I like about my field coordinator, Greg Haggard. He's willing to actually start training. I thought we were cross-training across the board, but come to find out, we're doing no cross-training. So you only got certain individuals that know this and that, but I want to see across-the-board training. So if you're willing to gain the knowledge and skill set to go to another level, we'll help you get there, and then that's when you're gonna see that salary. We're not gonna just give out money, raising things. So it's like a merit. You get the skill set, yeah, we'll raise the tier. We give you more money, but just to give you money just to say that. And just looking at individuals that coming to work, and not just coming to collect the check. So we got some bad apples in there, but I think in the meantime, in the days to come, we will start weeding some of that out, and we'll see more production, and you'll see more in the city of Vicksburg.
On the finance side of things, when you came into office, the city finances were in dire shape. We weren't charging properly for city services. We had no reserve fund, and we had just borrowed $1.4 million to survive until after the election. What's the condition today as it relates to those numbers and the dollars and cents?
We just got our forensic audit. Things are changing. We're looking where we are. That's why I was saying that we need to cut back and scale back on some things. They're better. Once again, I just want the community to know that the city isn't making. I think the mayor said it time and time again. The city's not making money on the gas and the services that we provide. It's the cost of goods. So hopefully right now we're able to purchase the gas and things of that sort at a lower rate, and so that cost will you'll see a drastic decrease in the cost of gas sold. But putting those things into place is I would love to have Yeah, I'm like a mother. It's like, do we have to do it right now? But we have to. We have to make those tough decisions. Um, uh, and that's part of government. We're here to service, and the biggest part of what we do is we're a service entity, and so providing not the to providing the goods and service that our citizens need is what we're here to do, and we do it at the cheapest cost to the taxpayers. Believe me, we got your best interests at heart, and but we want services, but we have to pay for them, and we just had to. That's what we're here for, to govern and to get you the best service at the most reasonable cost, and that's what we're doing.
The gas bill hit a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Did the city is city working with those individuals who are?
Yes. That's the first thing the mayor stated to Vicksburg Oil and Gas. We want to work with them, as long as they're working. I mean, they're doing something. We're willing to work with them. At all costs, we don't want to cut anybody off. We don't want anybody service to be cut off, and we will work with you. So I know water and gas has been inundated, but we're just saying continue to go up and talk with the staff and voice your concerns, and we are working with you. So I want Vicksburg to know we are working with you. Just go down to the water and gas and let them know where you are and what you can do. So we are working.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. I don't think anyone anticipated. Well, a lot of people anticipated, but there wasn't a whole lot of promotion about that bill was going to be large. And
yeah, I mean, once again, it's the cost of goods sold. It's not. It's just reality. And in spite of what it is what it is. I mean, if I could kept the city of it, I would have done that. But I don't have the pockets to do that.
So that's we kind of touched on finances a little bit, and we talked a little bit about some of the departments and your responsibilities. Crime, of course, is a big topic for everyone. Does Vicksburg have a crime problem?
We have a crime problem, but I'm so glad. I'm glad Chief Burns. We have Chief Burns, and I don't think people realize the caliber of the. I'm sorry. The caliber of the chief that we have, his experience, his wherewithal, and his heart for Vicksburg. Now that he's completed his training, he's here every day, and you're gonna see. Not to say that our deputy chief went on point, but you're gonna see a visible difference now that he's here. He's ready. He's hit the ground running since he's been back. But you're gonna see a drastic change. I think you saw one the other night when downtown where they administered police officers back. So a whole lot, and there are some other developments that's coming. So I believe Vicksburg, we're moving in the right direction. And once again, you see something, say something. We can't be everywhere at all time, but I guarantee you, our heart is to protect and keep the city of Vicksburg safe. And Chief Burns is that person. Just say give him time. I know we're saying we don't have time, but we do have time. A lot of things that you don't know that he's working on, but you'll start seeing those things, and he'll be communicating that to the general public. But I guarantee you will see visible difference and improvement with our Vicksburg Police Department.
The internet has been ripe with videos of people fighting, and even one in St. Louis that we got blamed for here in Vicksburg. They said night clinic on Halls Ferry, but of course it was Halls Ferry in St. Louis. What's your reaction to that? I mean, you work with youth. This has been your life, and how do you feel about this?
Once again, we can't be everywhere at all time, and we can't prevent a fight. I mean, those things are going to happen, but we will hold you accountable. Public brawl and things of that sort. And I'm looking at jail time. These bonding out. We just got to make it harder and make you accountable for the things that you're doing. Vicksburg, we got too much, and it all boils back to, in my opinion, we're dealing with a generation that has no foundation, and what they're seeing, they're representing the culture. Now all of a sudden, we're upset with what they're doing, but they're exhibiting only what they see every day. We talk about youth programs, we talk about these things, but we got a group, we got a generation that nobody has been poured into. So we're seeing lawlessness because that's what they see. We see everything that you see on social media because this is what they see. Vicksburg, we got to do our part, and I'm calling on the churches, civic organization. It can't be this once a month stuff. This once a month stuff is just what it is. Is, in my opinion, you're pimping my children, and I said it, yes, and I mean it. We got to do more than once a day, once a month. We got to actually be active in these young people's lives, and I've always said it, and now I have opportunity to do it. We got to start while they're young. 5 and 6 year olds. So I'm looking at not a mentoring program, but a pilot program that I'm working with a couple of churches. We're going to start working with these 5-year-olds, and we're going to be in their life, in their face, molding that. We can mold and develop them to be the next generation. We can shape them into mentoring, give them something constructive to do. I want to do that critical thinking thing, all those things. Having mentors, talking to them on a regular, consistent basis, not once a month, but on a regular, consistent basis. So those are the things we're getting ready to roll out. But it's going to take all of us, and we got to come outside the 4 walls. We got to be a part of the change that we want to see. So we got to be in their life, not sitting here talking about them. Not to say that these 15, 16, 17-year-olds, we got to do something with them, but you got to chisel that. But we got an opportunity to mold and develop the next generation, and it's going to take all of us. So I will be reaching out to the community to help implement program and sustain our youth.
Chief Burns said something last week that I found significant. He said that 80 to 85% of the crime in our community is youth.
Yep, they have nothing to do. If you look around the city of Vickie, yeah, they go to school. Those that are in athletic sports and things of that sort, they have something to do. But for the most part, there's nothing for the youth. I'm saying it. I live in the city of Vickie. There's nothing for our youth to do. We want to see more. I've gotten with Parks and Rec Director Roosevelt. I want to see programming. I want to see programming leagues. I want to see programs going on here at Jackson Street. I want in other words, prime example, tennis, all these different sports that we host. I want to see our people in there exposing, to teach me, show me, okay, if I go into the school system and we got a tennis instructor that's here through the day, I need him in the school system. Oh, okay, introduce this to our kids. Go around to the schools. Through the day, there's nothing going on. So I need you in the school system. Hey, show me how to play tennis. Go into the PE class and actually introduce tennis to me. And then when after school or summer, hey, you gotta. Oh, let's get out here and play tennis. Stuff like that. Baseball. Hey, let's go in and let's introduce baseball in the school system during PE time. We got to go. We got to take our program. We got to lack of a better word, we got to introduce it, and we get more people playing pickleball. We got all this nice facility. We know we got people coming in, but the taxpayer dollars, we're paying for this. And why not? I want to see the residents using this equipment. I want to see the residents using our parks and things of that sort. Yeah, we want the economic development. We want the money, but at the same time, I want my residents involved with recreation, and they're not. For the most part, we get tennis tournaments, we get pickleball tournaments, we get baseball, all these tournaments, but my residents, they need to be addressed, and I want to see them involved more in our parks and recreation.
And Parks and Recreation in Roosevelt, we haven't heard a lot out of that area yet. I know Roosevelt's, skilled athlete. I know he's a great motivator. I know he's a great coach. What can we expect coming out of that department?
What I just said to you, I made those requests known to him as well. I want to see programming. We moved a couple of people around, so the field and maintenance part of it, you're gonna see better upkeep of the parks and things of that sort. But now I want to see programming. I want to see Easter's coming up. I want to be all these different. I want to see recreation. I want to see events. I want to see activities and things of that going on. Halloween things, Easter things. Every season we want to see programming. I'm not seeing programming, and that's my heart, to see more programming. I don't want to micromanage, so I'm still giving him opportunity. I want to see programming. He's familiar with that, and he's familiar with me being in his ear. I want to see programming, and programming is what we're going to start seeing in the weeks and months to come.
Economic development. We have AWS coming to town. That's going to generate a great deal of tax revenue. Do you know the time frame offhand? How long it will take for AWS? I don't know the answer to that. Maybe 3 to 5 years.
No.
Know how long?
It's about in other words, for them to actually come in and break ground, and it's 2.5.
2.5 years.
But in the midst of that, you see construction jobs going on a lot. We will have in my construction is going to take 2.5 years. So in the midst of that, you'll see many jobs. You'll see people coming into the city of Vicksburg because of the duration of construction going on. So we're going to be inundating right now. Is my understanding that we're gonna have a housing shortage, and so if you notice, you see a lot of people doing Airbnbs and flipping houses and things like that because they know people need places to stay. So, and that's one reason we want to get the crime down. We want people to not just come here and work, but we want you to come on in and see that Vicksburg. I want you to be a landowner, not just come in and take your resources back out. But Vicksburg, we're in a good place right now with economic development. We're sprucing up. The businesses and things of that sort. So, hey, the best is yet to come, but it's taking time. But I think we're moving in the right direction, and with your help, we can do even better.
The airport is most likely going away. I know you're working through all the legalities. There's 50 years of government grants that have to be settled, and there's just a lot of I's to dot and T's to cross. What are your thoughts on the airport?
Once again, we've been operating in a shortage. Yeah, everybody talk about it's good to have an airport here, but yet and still we have VTR, which is 6 minutes away. I've been over there several times now. If I leave my house or if I leave City Hall to get to 61 South or to go, it's about the same time. It's 6 minutes for me to get there, and the airport is up and is viable. But at this time, we have some prospects and that will benefit this city, economic development, and we'll still have access to the VTR, which is in Toledo. We already invested in it now.
The new port is going near the airport. Can you have any plans for what's going in where the airport is now?
We have some ideas on the table.
Very good. So we talked about police, fire department. We haven't mentioned that. We just had one of the largest class ever come through for the fire department.
Yes. Once again, got great things are happening in the city of Vicksburg, and the leadership that we have now, they're inclusive. And I love Trey Martin, Chief Trey Martin, Courtney, and
you don't have
Jessica.
To be nice to Trey, but
no. They're big hearts. I mean, their hearts is for the city, and I'm just looking at the amount of young men and women that are taking initiatives to want to be a part. And this is one of the largest classes that we've had. And they almost about to be fully staffed, which is ideal. And so at that point, we'll just continue to build and develop them to be the best. And so with that being said, we're actually looking at possibly a new fire station as well. Which
really?
I said something that you don't know. I said something that David they don't know. Uh-oh.
Where's the new fire station?
It's in the works, but I think. See, now look at you.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm glad to hear it.
But we really need one. We have an issue with the one on Washington Street, and so a new building, which is what I've been thinking they've been trying to do for a while. So we got our sites on the location, and with federal funding and legislature, hopefully we'll be able to make that reality in the very near future.
Very good. So what else do we need to talk about today? We've covered a myriad of things. We've discussed a lot. I learned something new. What else do the citizens need to know?
I've said it even before I got in. It's about unity. And I use an acronym. Can I use my acronym? It's short and to the point. Unity. In other words, you and I and you, we're in Vicksburg. We're in Vicksburg because why? Because this is our home. This is where we live. This is where we work. This is where we want to enjoy recreation and entertainment. And the why, we're here. So why not unify our resources and work together to make Vicksburg the place that we know it should and can be. So it's going to take all of us to make this happen. And there are no big I's. There are no little U's. What's affecting you affects me. What affects this community affects that community. So when they look at Vicksburg, they see Vicksburg. They don't see the white, the black, they see Vicksburg. So we got to be the change that we want to see. So we got to initiate it. So I'm asking everybody in Vicksburg, let's do our part.
Alderwoman, thank you for meeting with us, taking the time and being so willing to speak.
Thank you for the invite.
Stephanie Cunningham, thank you. For the Vicksburg Daily News, David Day.